Well, get ready for a laugh out loud good time. We are chatting with a couple of the actors from Shucked, the Tony Award-winning musical comedy, now playing at Walton Arts Center. So welcome to Mike and Jake.
What's
Thanks for
up?
being here.
It's
Hey.
so good to be here.
Yeah. Of course.
Also, I love The Muppet Christmas Carol. It's like my favorite. It's the best Christmas movie of all time.
It is so great,
Best
right?
Scrooge, it's the best.
Yes,
It
I
is
agree.
absolutely.
I'm 100%. We haven't seen it twice already this year.
Oh, I haven't seen it
Yeah.
yet. Nobody wants to watch it with me.
What? Are you
I know.
kidding me?
We watch a lot of family Christmas movies together, though.
Except for Muppet Christmas Carol.
All right.
That one's so good. So, okay, let's just dive in. Tell us about the show itself, for those who might not be familiar with Shucked.
Sure. Are you looking at me? Okay.
I'm looking at you. I feel like you got the spiel.
Yeah, well, so we play brothers in the show. We play Bo and Peanut. It's about a small town community, right? I think the show is more about the themes as opposed to the plot, right? The theme is about family, it's about community, and not judging people by their cover. That's usually what I like to tell people, and that's it, because I think a little bit of the mystery of the show is not knowing. I think there's such a privilege in having a new show, new writer, a new composer, and not knowing anything about the characters.
And how often do you get a new musical like that where
Yeah,
you don't
right.
know?
Everything's a movie now.
Going
everything
in.
was a book,
Exactly.
you know, so we on purpose kind of lean into that. A lot of people meet us at the stage door and say, I had no idea what I was going to expect, and then they're like, I was blown away. So that's kind of like, we're going to leave a little seeds, you know, breadcrumbs here and there. But the show is about community. It's got an probably my favorite score that I've ever sung in any show that I've done.
Yeah.
It's an amazing, amazing score, and there's hundreds of laughs in the show. So it's going to make you, you're going to get a drink, you're going to sit back, and you're going to have a great time.
Listen, I'm coming out tonight, so
You're
don't
coming?
disappoint.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm coming to see it.
Oh,
I'm
how
excited about it.
exciting.
What can we learn a little bit more about your characters? Tell us
Yeah,
about
Sure.
a little
yeah.
more snippets.
Peanut and Bo.
Well, I play Peanut. It's
Peanut's a special one,
his
isn't it?
brother. He's one of
You can
the
tell by the name.
the great thinkers of Cobb County. He loves his brother. He loves the people. He's involved in a lot. He marries people. He's a radio host. It's like they need someone to do some little task. They're like, let's have Peanut.
He sounds like
do
the
it.
most interesting man in the world.
I love
He's
it.
pretty interesting.
Already
He's
love
got a lot of
Peanut.
interesting things to say. But
He is.
yeah, and he's always looking out for this guy.
Yeah,
so.
it's about family, right? So it's a small town community. You know, everyone's related. Everyone has their role, and for the first time, there's a huge crisis in the community, and change has to come. And change has never been there, and supposedly forever in this community. And what happens when you're faced with change and adversity? What do you do? Who do you lean on? Who do you have to trust? Strangers you have to trust. So that's kind of like the premise of the show. But again, the show knows what it is, right? It's a comedy. It's super, super fun. It's gonna hit you in the heartstrings as well. It's really gonna make you feel things. But it also knows what it is. It's entertainment, and it's joy, and it's laughter, and it's really, really good music.
You know, and that's all things that we're focused on during this season. As
Yeah,
well.
totally.
I feel like
Yeah.
joy,
Absolutely.
giving back. So this
Yeah,
is kind of a great
absolutely.
for folks who might be on the fence and maybe thinking, hey, I could get somebody a ticket to go see this while it's playing at Walton Arts Center. How would you push them over the edge and say, come out and see us?
Just a fun time. Like, I remember I saw this on Broadway, and same thing. I had no idea what I was. You know, I knew it was corn and all the things.
Yeah.
And I left, and I just couldn't. But I was like, that was the most fun I've had in the theater, really, like ever.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
you know, I know that might sound biased.
That's saying
No,
something.
not
though.
at all.
It's just so fun, but it has so much heart to it at the same time, and I think that's what everybody needs.
And it spread like
Yeah.
wildfire in New York. You know, it did the exact same
Yeah.
thing in New York. It opened, no one knew what it was, and then it became word of mouth, and it was the talk of the town. And what I would say to anyone out there thinking about buying a ticket is, you could be one of the first people ever to see the show, which is really going to take over the country. It's going to be everywhere. All the high schools are going to do it. All the regional theaters are going to do it. And this is the second ever production, so you could be one of the first.
That is
That's so
amazing.
cool. Wow.
I think we got some details we can pull up on your screen. You can
Yes.
see those dates that have an asterisk beside them. Those are the ones that have the best availability, so get your tickets for those. You can also have a cocktail class as well to go along with this thing as well for $39. You can join them for special performances and special cocktails as well.
Gotta
you
have
see
that.
cool.
those details on the screen. So you mentioned
I
have
get
a
in on
drink.
that?
Yeah, right?
Yes.
Oh
Sit
my
back.
gosh.
This is it. Cocktail
Yeah.
class.
That's right. That's right.
Cocktail
That's right.
class.
All
Let's
of
go.
them made with corn.
All of them,
Yeah.
it's corn. Oh,
Yeah.
Corn
You know,
whiskey.
there's a shucked bourbon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
It's incredible.
It is really, really good.
Well,
It's
how
out
about
there, yeah.
that?
But this
Well-
is definitely a show to have a nice little drink in your hand. It's
Yeah.
lots of fun.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you for
Thank
joining
you
us.
both so
Thank you.
much.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely.